7 weeks before the Olympics,
Yeah.
I couldn't walk. It was actually a miracle because 6 weeks before the Olympics, I started running and then I ran twice a day, almost every day. I think good leaders are invested in other people. They're also there to support and be in community with people.
Yeah, I like that. Well, welcome to the podcast, man.
No, thanks for having me. Yeah, it's cool. What a spot you guys have. It's so good.
Nice, eh?
I know, I got a little lost went to the wrong house and I was like, no, this is definitely not it.
Yeah, that's easy
Called
to
Ashley,
do.
I was like, where am I going?
yeah, exactly.
No, I came down, I was like, oh man, this is definitely it. These fireplaces look awesome, eh?
And people can't see it on camera, but having the fires around, because we've recorded in front of this fire today.
Oh, yeah. Beautiful.
Haven't recorded in front of that one for a while, but yeah, and being able to sit in front of this is nice.
How good, eh? I was just thinking you can cook on this too, right?
Totally, yeah. Yeah, we're going to do a video not shortly today, but next week we're going to do 10 pizzas in 10 minutes, and we'll have pizza oven on each side. And so
We bought, I was just telling Luke before, we bought a pizza oven off Facebook Marketplace and then I come here, I'm like, oof, man, mine looks pretty average now.
Yeah.
But this is definitely something that you want in your backyard if you got your dream house, eh?
Well, it's good that you said that because we normally don't invite people on the podcast that have bought another product. So you're lucky, man.
Yeah, thanks. Lucky I didn't tell you early then.
Yeah, well, you would have been banned. You would have been out of
I
here.
couldn't take the brand though, but this is,
Yeah.
pales in comparison to these big boys, eh?
Yeah. I was worried because you're a runner. I was worried you're going to have really long legs and would be knocking knees on this.
I'm a short runner.
Short runner. So when I think of really good runners, I think of really tall guys, and I figure they just are cheaters because they just can take way bigger.
I know.
Is that?
That's how I feel.
Yeah.
I'm like, you guys are freaking cheating.
So when you run, are you
smokes.
like, and they're just like,
Yeah, and well, I guess for me, my strength is I'm really, really powerful for my size. Like power to weight is pretty crazy.
That's a cool thing to have. Just quite confident too.
I actually did testing in the gym last week, and so I was like,
Yeah.
well, those are pretty good numbers.
Yeah.
But I have to make up for my short legs somehow, so I have to try to match their stride length without having the same length legs.
So you do have to match their stride length. It's not like you're taking like two. For
To a degree. My cadence is definitely faster than theirs.
Yeah.
Like, it's pretty funny watching me sprint next to the tall guys because they're just like, doof, doof, and I'm like,
yeah, that's awesome.
my parents used to call me Dash from The Incredibles.
Oh, yeah.
So I used to try to run across the water all the time, and I was like, it's not working.
Well, it's kind of disappointing because I'm quite a slow runner and I've always blamed my height.
Yeah. Sorry.
And now
I'm stuffed.
just ruined it.
No, just blaming genetics. I've just got crazy, like, bouncy tendons.
I love bouncy
So,
tendons.
running fact for you, the lower leg can, when you're sprinting, takes 8 to 10 times your body weight of force through it. And so if your calves are like springs and really tight tendons, you can just generate way more force way quicker. And so that's how if you can jump high, you should be able to run fast. But
So when you go to the gym, do you just focus just on your calves?
it's been I was pretty injured last year, and with an Achilles injury too. So kind of upset my Olympics a little bit. But that has been a big focus over the last 6 months. Has been like making sure that these puppies are strong and can handle some good mileage again. Like I ran 150K last week.
Yeah. I walked about 10Ks last week. So,
Good.
Yeah, it was good.
That's actually probably more than most people do, to be honest.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Oh, that's awesome, man. Are you quite competitive?
Yeah.
Like, would you say you're just like, compared to most people you know, you're more competitive?
In competitive, that's a bad way to put it. In situations where I find myself often, I'm competitive.
Yeah.
So like when I'm in the gym, I'm competitive with myself or others, or if I'm at the track, myself or others. But I've also got a switch that enables me to shut off to a degree. So like versing my wife Melissa in tennis, like super competitive. Versing Luke and Ashley in tennis, super competitive.
Yes.
But also not very good. So it's kind of like a healthy balance.
Yeah. But see, so you're a little bit like me. So I'm quite happy to beat my wife at something.
Yeah.
I
and then rub it in their face a little bit too.
Yes.
And then say, I'll cook you dinner afterwards.
Yeah, exactly. You know, I know I won't be able to beat you at running, clearly, but I'm being quite competitive. I was thinking of what we could do in this podcast, because I'm I am super competitive. So I don't know, like push-ups or something. We could have a little push-up competition.
We could try that.
I'm too scared to ask whether you do them at the gym.
Well, I haven't done them in a while.
So what do you reckon, man? We can just right here.
Okay. How many push-ups can you do?
And the winner, well, let's find out.
That's a brave competition.
I figure now that I've said it, we just have to do it.
Okay.
How are we going to do this? So these guys are going to count?
We'll move the chairs.
No, I think they've got them just in the perfect place.
Yeah, they are good.
Okay.
Where, Mr. Cameraman, where do we just do it in front here?
Yeah.
So full all the way down, all the way up?
Yeah, all the way down, all the way up.
And we just keep pace with each other.
Yeah,
basically.
Cool. Oh, I'm actually nervous now.
Yeah.
Now you got me nervous.
I know.
I'm competitive, and so
Well, if you can keep up with
I'm ready
me,
to go to
then
battle.
you're doing good.
How many push-ups have you been doing?
Oh, let's not talk about that.
Trained for this.
I've since I found out you were on the podcast, I've been working up.
You know, I haven't done them in a very, very long time, but
Yeah.
I'll give you some, I'll make you nervous psychologically right now.
Okay.
I did 1,000 push-ups in a day in quarantine when I came back from the Olympics.
I reckon we should just sit down. And,
No, really? We're gonna do this. But I'll be struggling after 20 today. Not in one go. I didn't do 1,000 in one go.
okay, well,
Across, like,
you've given me hope.
12
Give me
hours.
hope. So we'll just push up till we fail.
yeah.
All right.
Oh,
And we'll match each other.
jeepers.
right.
Or till one of us fails.
Okay, yeah. Well, until you fail.
Okay.
There we go. 2, 3, 4. Oh, he's still going. 7. I've just got to beat you, man. It's all I care about. I'm not even counting. It doesn't really matter, eh, how much. Well, it does
15.
matter. Oh, damn it, he's counting. If I can beat an Olympian, does it make me an Olympian?
This is a lot.
Oh, shivers. Oh, lactic.
Hey, you keep going. Oh, damn it, I shouldn't have told you to keep going.
You guys are maxing out.
Nah, you got me.
Yes! I can't even move. Oh,
There you go. What was that, like 60?
good job. 70, 60, 70.
100?
Yeah. So
Oh, there you go. That's my arms for the year.
I just, because when I get home later, I'm going to talk to my kids about this moment and how I beat an Olympian.
That was a really good effort.
Yeah, good job, man.
I thought, to be honest, above 50, I was pretty happy with.
That was really good.
I don't think we got 50, did we?
You got 100.
Maybe 40. No, I think we got 50.
Guys.
I think I counted to about 45, then I was like, nah, I'm cooking.
Oh,
and then I tried to change to your position.
Yeah.
And then I was like, no, that's not working.
Yeah. Oh, good stuff. Does that ruin your game? Your running
We'll
game?
find out. Thanks, Ashley. Nah. Push-ups aren't too bad. Tricep stuff, shoulder stuff
Yeah.
is hard because you actually use your biceps, triceps, and back. Back's real bad too.
You don't want a strong back?
No, you do want a strong back.
Got it.
You don't want to be fatigued in your back because you use your back way more than you think when you're running.
Yeah. So it's all about the arm, sort of.
Yeah,
about-
because everything like works across your body, right? So
Yeah.
if you're like your glute and your left, traps and lats and stuff are all working together to like
Yeah.
contract.
Yeah.
And it's, you ever tried to run single leg, like this? You know that thing that's on TikTok or some people that kids watch at the
I
moment?
have no idea what you're talking about.
They try to run and they're like,
Show us.
they try to run with same leg, same arm.
Ah,
And it's so hard.
Right.
But there's a reason why we run the way we run, right?
isn't it about the lungs? Isn't it about opening up the lungs or something? No.
probably.
Okay. Well, what's the real reason?
I don't know. I'm not an exercise. I'm not a sports.
I thought you were going to tell me.
But the reason that you need a strong back is because everything's like linked.
Right.
And so a lot of the stuff we do in the gym is like back, glute,
Yeah.
hammies and stuff.
Yeah.
But if my back's tired, sometimes my running
Okay.
is a little bit suffering.
Interesting. Hopefully I haven't ruined your week, mate.
Nah, it's been good. I needed to do that at some point.
The most important thing for me was beating you.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah. I'm very competitive, and the fact that I've beaten an Olympian,
Yeah. Put that on your resume.
It will be.
Not that you need anything else in your resume, but
it will basically be every conversation for the next couple of months. Will be, hi, I'm Mike. I've beaten an Olympian.
yeah. What didn't he like? No, don't
it
ask that
doesn't
question.
matter.
Yeah.
He was good, but I was better.
Yeah.
That's all they would
more
be told.
competitive than him.
Yeah. You wait, my grandkids are going to hear of this day.
Good.
Yeah.
I'm proud to be mentioned, actually.
When we see you on, I'm going to make sure the world champions you're at next. we're going to watch it on TV, and I'm going to say, I bet that guy.
Yeah, you bet
And
him.
they'll be like,
You did.
they'll be like, yeah, I bet him. And that's all the context they're going to get.
Yeah, I should really just pick my battles that I know I'm going to win, but...
Yeah, that is important. But when you're competitive, you just think you can do it.
Yeah, well, you just give it a crack.
Like, I didn't matter what you agreed on today, I was going to try to beat you at it. Except I knew running was your game.
Out of it,
so,
yeah.
that was...
I should have done like a jump competition or something.
Yeah, because you have really springy calves.
Yeah, that would have. Yeah, that would have been a little more up my alley, I would think.
Next time.
Next time we
I
do
could
it,
practice.
I'll be coming back here.
I'll just be going to the gym and just doing leg days.
Just doing plyometrics all day long.
Yeah. I don't know what that is, but I'll totally do that.
Just pretty much jumping.
Oh, yeah. That's awesome, man. Well, I don't know whether... you better introduce yourself. I was just going to say, I don't know whether people know who you are. So,
No.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for having me. I'm Sam.
Yeah.
I am a professional 1500 metre runner for New Zealand.
Right.
I've represented New Zealand Olympic Games twice, Tokyo and Paris.
Yeah.
And then the Commonwealth Games, I came 6th in 2022.
Right.
So that's pretty exciting. I grew up in Papamoa, just down the road.
Yeah.
And have spent some time in Te Puke with family business just down the road.
Right.
And yeah, love it here and have a bit of a story with how I got into running.
Yeah, I'm actually really keen to hear your story. How do you get into? How does one decide that they're good enough to keep wanting to do something?
That's a good question, actually. I had a dream when I was 12 years old, and I didn't remember this until after I went to my first Olympics.
Yeah.
But I told my mate Jack, I said, one day I'm going to go to the Olympics, and I think it was around the time where, is it London 2012? Oh, 2012? I think that's right.
It's true.
And I remember watching the Olympics and going, I want to go there one day. And I told him that. And I've completely forgot about it until after the Olympics. And he said, mate, you've done it. And I'm like, what? And he's like, you remember you told me that you want to go to the Olympics.
Right.
So I always knew I kind of had a bit of a talent from running. Essentially, my mum gave up her sporting career when she was 18, 19, had me at 19 and then got me into athletics when I was 4 or 5.
Yeah.
Did it for a couple of years and knew that I had a bit of a knack for the sport.
Yeah.
And so, did athletics, was surfing in the summertime, doing board sports, which is kind of more dad's side of the, dad's sporting input, I'd say.
Yeah.
But then, got to around 12 years old, turned up at a athletics championships, and here's a bit of a life lesson for people judging kids on sport. I studied a little bit of youth development through sport and physical activity.
Yeah.
I'm jumping back and forth here a little bit.
Yeah, no, that's good.
At University of Washington, and one thing that was kind of destroyed my career, the advice I was going to give is make sure you have perspective of what you say into someone's life, how it's going to be received.
Yes.
Because for this person, essentially, I stepped in the line twice in an 800 and a 400 and got disqualified. I won both races.
Yeah.
And then an official came up to me, told me I was disqualified, and took my medals from me as a 12-year-old.
Yeah.
And I said, stuff this, I'm not doing this sport anymore, it's a stupid sport. So I quit for 5 years, and I was lucky enough to have amazing support network around me to like kind of bring me back into this sport and say, look, you've still got so much talent.
Yeah.
You need to pursue this a little more. But essentially between 12 and 17, I was just surfing and skating and snowboarding.
So him taking those off you and whatever he said, that was enough for you to go, nah, I'm done.
Yeah, because it was terrible delivery.
Yeah.
It could have been a lesson.
Yeah.
You know, he could have said, hey, look, mate, you stepped in line, generally would take the medals off you and disqualify you. But, you know, and I understand it from a like a rules point of view, like maybe other parents would complain.
Yeah.
But at 12 years old, you'd hope that no parent complains when their kid got clearly beaten.
Yes.
To like, just because they stood on a line. Like I didn't gain any distance, but that's the rule.
Yeah. Are you a parent yet yourself?
Almost.
Almost. So congratulations.
Yeah, thanks. Right. By the time this is released, I hope I've announced it to the world.
Hopefully not by the time we finish recording.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh yeah, definitely not that quick.
Great.
It would not be good. Melissa's 16 weeks tomorrow.
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, the reason I ask is what you're saying I think is so true. Like I often put very little weight on my own words. Like I think nobody's listening. And I think if I say something, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
But, and I think possibly, maybe we all think like this a little bit. And I know I've said things to my kids that have hurt without any intent.
Yeah.
And I know I've said things to other people that have heard. I've also had feedback that some of the things I've said are being like life-changing for people later.
Which is cool, right?
Yeah,
when someone tells you,
amazing,
you know, what you've done or what you've said to me, like encouraged me to a point where I'm like, man, you changed my life.
Yeah.
You're like, wow, I didn't mean to do that.
Yeah, didn't even know I was saying something. Have you thought about that much? Have you thought since that thing, has that modified what you say or how you say it? Has it made you more conscious, or do you think that's just something we're all going to do at times, is hurt people without meaning to? Or what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I think there's no way to avoid hurting people with what you say, because you know nobody has a perfect filter on their mouth.
Yeah.
You know, because there's so much power in the tongue to uplift or destroy, and so it's like if you, I don't know, it's practice learning from, you know, what I heard from that guy's mouth that day, but also, I don't know, I've done a lot of reflection over the last wee while, just in some of the interests and community stuff that I've been involved with, that have made me realize, you know, what I do in the community actually has far greater impact than I ever thought. So I started this run club called Run Pub.
Run Pub?
Run Pub.
Do you run to the pub?
No, we run from the pub 30 minutes back to the pub.
Really?
And and then so I got a little partnership with the pub going, and so they hook us up, let us use a bit of area of their space, and every week, just Thursday 6:30. So if you want to come along, come for a 30-minute run.
Thursday 6:30?
Yeah.
If I'm not there, just
run without you?
Just run without me.
But anyway, like, it's been amazing because I started this thing to give back a little bit.
I'm pretty busy on Thursdays.
Oh,
I'm just trying to come up with a better reason.
Yeah.
Sorry, carry on.
And I just love running, and so I wanted to share my love for running with the community a little bit and get people into running, and also educate people around how running can actually be fun. Because for me, like, I'm in a very fortunate position where I love my job more and more every day, which almost never happens.
Are people in the pub at 6:30 in the morning already?
No, 6:30 in the evening.
Got it.
6:30 in the morning would be crazy.
Yeah, okay.
6:30 p.m. Thursday after work.
Okay, carry on.
Which makes a lot more sense, actually. Sorry, I should have clarified that.
I was just thinking, man, people get into it early.
Yeah. Oh, especially if you're drinking beers at 6:30 on a Thursday or 7 a.m. by the time our 30-minute run's done.
Well, the economy's pretty bad at the moment, eh? I just didn't know, you know.
All the tradies in Papamoa we're knocking off early on the Thursday. Work for an hour, 5:30 to 6:30, and then go to the pub.
Yeah, that's right.
But no, so PM.
Okay.
But no, it's a cool community, and I've been able to, you know, educate people around what running feels like to me, and what it should feel like to them, because a lot of people get so focused with running on, or I guess anything when they're trying to begin something new, on what I'm trying to say is it's easy to look at someone who's been doing it for a long time and want to do what they're doing straight away. Yeah. Right.
Okay, so this is for people who are trying to get into it or be a better runner.
And so I really wanted to tap into that, like, entry-level runner community involvement space. Yeah. And what I was getting at is it's actually some dude came up to me and said, like, it's the highlight of my week.
Wow.
And I'm like, man, that's crazy. And for me, you know, I've got so much community around me. I've got small group on a Tuesday. I've got church on a Sunday.
Right.
Like, we have people everywhere in my life pouring into me all the time. Yeah. And so I'm used to having community. Right. Whereas what blew me away was one guy came up to me and said, man, you know, this is so good to have a community like this. Wow. And I'm like, you know, what is it? What is it so special about this? We barely know each other. Yeah. We're barely even like, we're friendly, you know, but like, I don't know most of the people to a deep level. Yeah. And so for him to come up to me and go, man, this is, you know, highlight of my week. It's changed my life.
And that's just like, and that's what you do it for?
Yeah, now I have.
Right, right.
Initially, it was just a bit of fun.
You wanted
someone to run with.
Because you're so competitive, you wanted a whole bunch of losers to run with.
I just wanted to beat down in the public every Thursday. Yeah. It's actually the best feeling when I go past a cyclist when I'm running.
Wow.
It's hilarious. They're looking and go, what the heck is going on?
Because I can assure you, I wouldn't join your run club because I'm so competitive, I'd have to try to keep up with you.
Yeah. No, but that's the thing. I intentionally run with the slower people at the back.
Great. You'll be running with me.
Yeah, there you go.
It'd be you and me at the back.
No, but like, you know, I could easily keep up with the guys at the front.
Yeah.
But I intentionally slow down to show others that, look, hey, running doesn't have to be gun ho all the time.
Yeah.
Like you can just mellow out and use it as, there's beauty in running that a lot of people don't see unless they're in the scene. And one of the reasons why I love it is community, but also, you know, the endorphins that you get from just getting your blood pumping a little bit.
Yeah.
Kind of like when you know, the similar feeling to when you do like an ice bath.
Yeah.
You get out and you feel so alive and so refreshed and so rejuvenated, and you're just like, this is awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that conversation came on from the speaking life or death or whatever into people. So are you finding in that environment you're having a chance to encourage people and to sort of spur them on to?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
At least to inspire people, I hope.
Yeah.
To some degree. And when I do get a chance, it's only been going since November, so there's been a few chances where I've been able to speak to people and tap into their lives a little bit and ask them about what they're passionate about. That's one of my favorite things to do actually when I talk to someone is find what makes their eyes light up.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know how cool is it when you talk to someone about something that they're passionate about?
Yeah.
And then you see their eyes light up about it, and you're like, yeah, tell me more about that.
Yeah. It takes a while, I find, to get there, and it's often really surprising.
Yeah.
Do you think? Like, tell me what you think about this, and I think this is it's good to talk about because it's kind of leadership stuff, But you can have people in your team which are performing badly or whatever, or they're fine, or just average, and it's not until you have a real conversation with them that you find. And you have, maybe at 10, 15, 20, half an hour, or maybe it's multiple conversations over a few months, and you eventually find out that actually they really care about motor racing or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And excuse the noise. Excuse
Loader.
the noise.
I'm used to that.
But yeah, we've got the factory, people doing stuff. And then you eventually find out what they're really interested in, and that they may have a talent that you never even thought about. And then being able to talk about it gives them something.
And it's a
makes them feel
relational.
more valued.
Yeah, they're more valued.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, the boss actually understands me, or whoever understands me, and that personal connection, I think, you might agree, makes you want to. It's like you don't want to let a friend down.
No.
Right? You never want to let your friends down.
No.
And so when you are personable with your
staff,
your staff,
people.
then, and my dad's the boss of Porcupine, and so that's one thing I've seen him demonstrate and try to replicate.
Yeah.
And so when he's friendly with his staff don't want to let him down.
Yeah.
Some, there's always going to be those who do, and maybe just have stuff in their lives going on, and you're also there to facilitate helping them out through that maybe, but
that's good.
Yeah.
That's a good life lesson, man. What do you think? What does it take to be an Olympian athlete? What disciplines, what habits and routines do you have? And I'm almost now not even asking about the physical routine. What are the patterns and routines you have in your life to keep you healthy, happy, performing at your best?
Aside from physical stuff, like obviously,
I mean, you can be healthy.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Well, probably everything kind of for me comes back to balance.
Yeah.
I'm a big advocate for balance is better.
Yeah. Okay.
In the sense that, especially for youth and things like that, like making sure that if life's balanced or feels balanced, then you're actually going to be better in when you specialize or where your specialization lies, whether it's workplace or whatever. And what I mean by that is, for me, running is my job.
Yeah.
It was also my first, one of my first hobbies kind of thing.
Yep.
And so balancing work life, which is running is now work for me, with also the things that fill up my cup.
Yes. Okay.
So for me, that's surfing, things that take my mind off work.
Yep.
And that I think enables me to be a better athlete daily, have more motivation daily, and so that I can turn up to training with the intention to give 100%, not turn up. There's days where you turn up to work and you're just like, oh, I really don't have 100% to give right now. And often it's because your capacity's reduced. And so for me, like doing things that balance me out, whether it's like spending time with friends, going to church, playing music, quality time with my wife, going for a walk on the beach or a swim.
Yeah.
Those things fill up my cup.
Got
and
it.
it's all, I encourage people to try to find things that fill up their cup outside of work so that they can turn up to their job, or in my sense, turn up to be an Olympian.
Yeah.
And give 110% for every training, because at the end of the day, it's consistency that has made me an Olympian, not necessarily my talent. Because my brother's more talented than me.
Really?
Far more talented than me.
Running or push-ups?
Everything.
All right.
Everything.
Yeah.
Like, it's annoying how good he is at everything.
And that's funny, isn't it? But obviously
Younger brother too.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's, but he hasn't tapped into that kind of consistency side of training, or maybe the desire for him probably more.
So it's, okay, desire. Obviously you've said, no, this is it for me.
Yeah.
But consistency as well, you're saying?
100%.
So in like a business setting, I would say most leaders aren't filling up their cup or trying to work out what that even means. The stress of life.
Yep.
And I reckon a lot of guys and girls possibly get home and at the end of weeks and weeks of whatever and go, I'm just not happy. I'm not. There may be, they're just doing the grind. How do you fill your cup? What is it? Is it about filling your cup with things that make you happy, or what are you saying? What is it for you that you've had? You obviously, balance is important to you. You've maybe cracked that a little bit.
Yeah, but how do you? I don't know. Firstly, I've actually been there.
Yeah.
Like, I did a season in 2023 where I was drained. I was so tired. I was over racing, and I was probably a little bit naive to think that, like, one of my thought processes was, how do people get burnout? Like, that seems like someone who, it's an excuse for being tired.
Yeah.
But after so many weeks racing, giving 110%, I felt like I was getting there.
Yeah. Right.
And so for me to, like, recalibrate and get back to balance, or keep filling my cup up, it took a lot of effort from not just myself, but my support network. So I had to, the good thing about high performance sport, I have to jump back to answer this question, sorry.
That's good.
High performance sport puts a real emphasis on kind of thinking critically around who your support and tight team are, so that you can achieve your goals.
Yeah.
Right. So for me, everything's driven by goal setting. Yeah. Everything's driven by pretty much goal setting, or like a desire that I have. Yeah. And so I sit down with my tight team. High performance sport are good at facilitating who that tight team are. Yeah. So I've been able to be, I've got my coach, my physio, my gym's S&C, right. My wife, and like sports psych.
And do you meet with them as a team?
Yeah, and maybe potentially agent. And so once a month or something, we meet as a team and say, hey, Sam, what are your needs? Wow. Like, how are we doing? Yeah. Holistically, and also, like, what's going to make you perform better in the next 6 months, or next cycle, or next season. Wow. And so we've been able to sit down with my team and identify some of the ways to... And often it's not just me saying, this is what fills my cup. Yeah. Somebody can go, hey, look, I've noticed that this is, you perform well after doing this. Yeah. Yeah.
So.
Sorry, a lot to lay on you there.
Yeah, no, I like that idea. I know for myself, I don't, and maybe most guys aren't good at community or connecting with other people. Yeah. We just go week to week to week, and maybe if we're lucky, we have one person that we're able to...
I mean, it's nice when it's forced on you, right? Yeah. I don't have a choice. I have to have a meeting.
Yeah, that's so good. So good. I know, so I've just started, we're about to start, there's 2 other guys I'm about to start to meet with once a week. I think that could be quite helpful. Yeah. Often I want to meet, I think it'd be really valuable to meet with other business leaders and stuff.
Definitely.
And just talk.
Sharing ideas.
Just talk about the shit that's gone on that week, and share ideas.
Struggles or successes,
Hasn't happened. Yeah. Often think, how could that happen? But it sounds like for you, you're saying that's been really valuable?
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. I think that's actually one of the key things. I've been a part of various different men's groups and small groups through church. And
right.
one thing that the sports psych can't do that they can do is like your friends know you, right? Or your community know you better than a professional is ever going to.
Yeah.
And so spending time routinely with those people.
Got it.
You've got to select the people right, because they are ideally people that are going to speak positive things into your life.
Yeah.
So that, their words can uplift you to give you, to fill your cup.
Yeah. Because it's real easy to hang out with people that not positive about the future, not positive about the environment and what's going on, and have nothing good to say.
Yeah.
And,
because you can easily complain about what's going on in the world.
Yeah.
And that's another athlete thing that maybe it's trained in me as just I'm a chronic optimist. It's too much almost.
Yeah.
Melissa gets annoyed at it. She's like, stop thinking so positively, are you? But I'm like, I can't. Because this is a real strength of mine, is I'm really, really good at dealing with disappointment. Right. And that is one thing that I undoubtedly think has made me an Olympian, is because I have set goals far greater than I ever thought I was able to achieve.
Yeah.
And that has enabled me to set my sights here. And even if I land here, it's awesome. It's so much success. And if I land here, I'm kind of disappointed.
Yeah.
But because I'm used to dealing with disappointment, I'm just it doesn't matter if I've failed. Even if I do fail, it's just okay, what can I learn?
Yeah.
And this is what sport has taught me. Every time I fail, I'm like, what can I learn?
Yeah.
And how effectively can I move on?
Yeah.
And kind of take everything positive from what I did in terms of racing.
Yeah.
And learn from it, and then discard the bad.
Yeah.
Because you can't be going into a race or a new work situation or whatever with negative thoughts in the back of your head, because it's going to alter your performance.
So do you believe in a brighter future? Are you saying you're believing better for yourself and the way you're going to compete and all that kind of stuff? Going bigger than that, are you believing things are getting better or worse? Or what's your view of?
Yeah, that's a good question. That's a really good question. I think so. I struggled last year because I was so hopeful that my body, I was injured, right?
Yeah.
And my Achilles was just not showing signs of getting better. I was doing everything I could.
Yeah.
And it was just staying the same or getting worse. And then, 7 weeks before the Olympics, I couldn't walk.
Yeah.
It was actually a miracle, because 6 weeks before the Olympics, I started running, and then I ran on the, I don't know what it was, 20th of June or something. I flew to Andorra and ran every day, and it was so hard to hold on to hope because I was carrying an injury, but this was the miracle. I went to Andorra, I ran twice a day almost every day for 6 weeks and got the fittest I've ever been, and well, not the fittest I've ever been, but as fit as I could quickly in 6 weeks. But it was so hard because mentally I was not looking for a brighter future. I was thinking, I don't know how this is going to go. I'm doubting myself. There's all these bad thoughts, but I'm still learning that, what's on your plate in front of you does not necessarily determine, what the outcome is going to be.
Yeah.
And so, last year I was dealing with Achilles, and so it's hard to be positive when things aren't necessarily looking positive. Yeah. Right. And so this year I've been filled with joy, not just because I've got a baby on the way or because my Achilles is healthy, but because I've actually got a good community around me.
Yep.
The body's going well.
Yep.
Training's going incredibly.
Yeah.
And so, I'm learning to be looking for the brighter days. But yeah.
The reason I pick up on it is I think it's a fundamental principle for leadership.
I agree.
You go to church, you're obviously a Christian. I think you'll find, you tell me otherwise, but I think what you find in the Christian circles is everybody's expecting the apocalypse. Everybody's looking forward and going, the world's going to end. It's going to end soon. What I mean? And even outside of church, it's like, well, Trump's tariffs. That's a disaster.
Mindset's huge.
Yeah, AI. Oh no, the world's ending. We're going to be taken over by robots and stuff. And so it's pretty much everywhere. And the economy in New Zealand is pretty tough, and everybody's just doom and gloom. the problem is you can't turn up to work like that as a leader. You certainly can't turn up at home too often like that. There's a bit of grace around it. And I think when I've turned up quite stressed, but it's okay for a little bit. But after a while, it's like, Dad's no longer fun to be around.
Yeah, it's not fun. Yeah.
And you've got to believe better. So I've got to believe, no matter what, that the future is brighter.
Yeah.
That there's more opportunity.
Which is what I was at the Olympics.
Right.
Because I had to. I didn't have an option to believe that I was injured. I was lying to myself going, man, I could still get an Olympic medal here.
Yeah, you have to tell yourself
And that's how crazy it was. I was not in Olympic medal shape.
Right, yeah.
No way. Yeah. But I was like, no, God can pull through. I can do there can be a miracle. I can get an Olympic medal.
Yeah.
Because especially in the 1500, it's so tactical.
Yeah.
And the reality is I went out and my body just said no. And I was like, oh, well, I gave everything I possibly could that day.
Yeah.
But sometimes you just got to.
Yeah. Belief is a big.
Just believe.
And even telling you just. Yeah, because it's even like if I'm just thinking the sales side of our business, you can be trying to get a new deal over the line and you might be getting nowhere. The person hasn't responded to your phone call or whatever, and you go, so they just don't want to talk to me or whatever, and you just can't get hold of them. And you start, it can be easy just to think, they're not interested or whatever. And it's just that they've got too busy.
Yeah.
They've just got too busy and they've got 100 other emails to deal with. And so often the hardest stuff to do the hard thing is to push through the hard thing. And what gets you there is believing, no, I'm going to win this race. No, I'm going to win this deal.
Yeah.
They don't hate me. I've just got to work out what I need to do to do what I need to do.
And it's like me with sponsorship.
Yeah.
I have to find a lot of my own sponsors other than Puma.
Yeah.
And that's tricky because often somebody goes, yeah, sweet. Like, here's, I might ask for some product or something. They're like, yeah. And then they won't reply for like a week. Right. And you just got to find ways to be savvy, but polite, but savvy.
Yeah.
And so I don't know. I actually messaged Porsche.
Nice. Do you have a Porsche? Did you drive
No, I drove in an Audi, but it's not sponsored. That would be great.
That would be amazing.
Yeah.
Maybe try Audi.
Get Mike Farmer.
So tell me, you approached Porsche?
Yeah, so I approached Porsche, and this was like believing, right? Like the Australian guy, Peter Bolward, got sponsored a Porsche for a wee while.
Right.
And I was in the lead up to the Olympics. I was like, perfect, like 3 months.
Yeah.
It'll be a good brand awareness for them because I'll be driving around in a Porsche, obviously sign written to a bunch of New Zealand races, Wellington, Potts Classic and Hastings and Wanganui, all those sorts of areas.
Yeah.
And so it would be visible and I'd only need it for a couple months before the Olympics and I give it back.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to drive a Porsche, it's sick.
Yeah.
But I messaged the lady and I had to do some hunting on LinkedIn to see who the marketing person was. Yeah. And I actually messaged and I was just like, maybe what if. And so I messaged them and she actually replied.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, sweet.
Yeah.
And so she's like, yes, sweet, send through your proposal. And I'm like, okay. So I sent through her proposal.
Yeah.
And she just politely said no. Yeah. And I was like, at least I got a response because I shot my shot.
Yeah. Yeah, you give it a go.
You give it a go. And sometimes like even with the goal setting thing for businesses or for me in running, it's like you just have to give it a crack sometimes. And if you come up short.
Yeah. You're better off failing trying than just fail by not giving it a go. Yeah. Well, you turned up late to this meeting and I was going to say, I had a joke lined up. I was going to say you're a good fast runner, but you're really slow.
I was actually 3 minutes early, but I did laps around there going, I think it's this one that I called Ashley. And I was like, I'm not driving around people's random driveways.
Oh, yeah. So what hard things, right? When I think of any kind of leadership, any kind of competitive thing, and being really good at it, I imagine there's really hard stuff you've got to overcome. I can just think of this last week for me, anybody's in business that just constantly having to overcome hard things. What is there anything any big hard obstacle, or there's probably been millions of them, but can you think of some things that you've had to overcome to stay where you're at?
Yeah, a lot of them for me are probably decisions that I have to make that are tricky. So with like race decisions, where I'm going.
Yeah.
Sometimes last year I had to fly to Oslo in Norway to race a Diamond League, not knowing if I'm in the race or not. So I flew all the way there, didn't get in the race.
Right.
And so I was having to navigate going, oh man, it's kind of rattled me here. How can I like refocus on the next race? But I don't even know what the next race is.
Yeah.
Call my agent and say, hey, what race can I do while I'm fit? Like whatever else. And then go capitalize on that race. So different things like that have popped up. I obviously have dealt with a couple of injuries.
Yeah.
And that's been hard. And I've kind of dealt with it different ways for every injury. Like a lot of the time, they haven't been too serious. And so I've been able to just go to the physio and quickly get on top of it.
Right.
And so things like just being proactive have helped that, even though sometimes you don't want to be proactive. Like sometimes the tendency within me is to like delay and be like, no, it's fine. It's not a problem.
Yeah.
But then sometimes when you do that, problems become bigger problems.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, and then all of a sudden, that's probably what happened here. I should have just said, no, my Achilles is sore. Craig, can we stop for a week? And because the Olympics was coming up, I felt the pressure. And so there's all these external pressures.
Yeah.
And so that's another challenge, like mental pressure that I put on myself as an athlete to perform at the best I've ever performed is a challenge that I'm always going to be overcoming.
So you got to battle that mental pressure because you should have stopped.
Yep.
And so, because my default is don't stop.
Yeah, same, which is what happened.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people are like that. But there's actually times, and so people who stop are just soft, right?
Yep.
And so it's no, I need to stop, and the wisdom to know, no, actually, I do need to stop at this point.
Yeah.
And
it takes a couple of failures to learn that.
Yeah, true.
Like for me, this was my first big injury.
Yeah.
And so I actually had to go through this to know, actually, this is a bad pain.
Yeah.
Because, somebody competitive, you're not afraid to push through a little bit of pain.
Yes.
You're not afraid to hurt yourself a little bit.
Yeah.
Put yourself in the box, lock it, throw away the key.
Yeah.
And then just suffer.
Yeah.
But there's a good pain like that, and then there's bad pain. And identifying bad pain or bad circumstances is actually a skill I think that leaders have and also good athletes have.
Yeah.
And being like, how can I efficiently and effectively get rid of this without causing, XYZ future too much harm?
Yeah.
And I've learnt that now with my Achilles of going like, hey, this is okay and this isn't. And there's a very fine line for me. Like often it gets tight.
Yeah.
And I go, I can handle it being tight.
Yeah.
But as soon as it crosses the line, I'm like, nope, day off.
Okay.
Straight away.
So knowing when to stop. You've got your A team around you or your key, what do you call them?
Support
team.
Or tight team.
Tight team. I like that, a tight team. I reckon.
Because there's a sphere. We have a document and there's different spheres of teams.
Well, yeah.
So tight team is in the middle.
Yeah.
And then you got your
loose team.
Yeah. I guess it is your loose team. it was just other teams around.
Yeah.
And so it goes like tight team and then someone in the second sphere will be like family. Right?
Yeah,
Like they have input, but they're not the do or die, like yes or no answers all the time. And then externally further than that will be like, or maybe your business partners or something no, they're probably in your tight team.
Yeah.
But like investors might be in your second team.
Right.
And then, it kind of goes like that.
And that's interesting because you do have all these voices in your life and different obligations and relationships. And so I guess having the tight team in the middle and the other one's going, no, that's not right. You need to keep pushing.
And they help you sacrifice and prioritize what, like you say, obligations, like what ones are actually important and necessary.
Yeah.
And for me, that's huge. Like I've often turned up to things like just I'm a sucker to say yes.
Yeah.
I like such a yes man. And so I've turned up to pacing duties, which I definitely should not have said yes to.
I have no idea what a pacing duty is.
So yeah, thanks. That's good. I have said yes to helping someone run a race.
Right.
And so I lead the whole race and pace them to a specific time. And so I'll go above and beyond what my normal training week was and just do this extra favor for someone.
Yeah.
And generally it's those sorts of things that my tight team would say, no, that's not worth it, because the risk is too high. And so that's when they come into saying, that's, for me, having them support me in that means that I can say no easier.
Yeah.
Whereas often I'm totally just going to say yes.
Yeah.
And put myself out for others because that's
Interesting.
Maybe it's a Kiwi thing. Maybe that's like my tendency is to look after myself because I'm an athlete and it's such a self-centered universe.
Yeah.
Which is also another struggle that I have as an athlete. But then also navigating like, hey, look, I'm actually a Kiwi. That's what we do, is help others, and we try to do a mate a solid.
Yeah.
Even if it's inconvenient for you.
Yeah.
But
yeah, no, I like that tight team thing. I think there's something there that business leaders should think about. I don't have a solution for it. I often think, in our community, I should start something, or because we're all probably just sitting there in our businesses thinking, man, I wish I could talk to some people.
Yeah.
So tight team, what other habits do you have in your life that keep you performing and feeling happy and healthy?
Good food.
Good food?
Good food.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like learning, like financially, what to splash out on, what not to splash out on.
Yeah.
I spent like 40 grand in Europe last year. And so I'm like, I have to really be clever around where I spend my money, because I can't really afford to be a tight ass when I'm in Europe because I need to be performing well.
Yeah.
And so when I'm home, making like smart financial decisions, making sacrifices that have enabled me to, be somewhat financially stable. Like we have 2 flatmates at the moment.
Right.
And so they have to pay their mortgage, which is a sacrifice.
Yes.
But it's a habit that Melissa and I have got into that has meant that we have saved a lot more than we thought we would have over the last couple of years.
Yeah. Brilliant.
And another habit that enables me to be a good athlete and all that sort of stuff is like talk to people like yourself.
Right. Yeah.
Like try to learn a lot.
Yeah.
As much as I can from people who have more knowledge than I do.
Yeah.
And actually acknowledging that I don't have all the knowledge.
Yeah.
Okay. And so asking questions.
Yeah.
I'm a sucker to ask a lot of questions.
Yeah.
As much as I'm talking right now.
No, that's good. All right.
But like I've got a couple of mentors that are, they probably don't know they're mentors. But they are mentor-like to me, and role models and things. Yeah. And I try to, mimic their good behaviors as much as possible, whether it's, Hayden Wild's one of my people I look up to in the sense that he's a guy, he's a triathlete, New Zealand Olympic silver medalist, except for silver and bronze medalist, last 2 Olympics. And that guy can hurt.
Right.
I very much doubt that there'd be very few people as competitive as him.
Right.
And can hurt himself as
just push through the pain.
Just push hard.
Yeah.
And so he inspires me like that.
Yeah.
And he has demonstrated good habits, training habits, and life habits that I've kind of picked up and have enabled me to be a better athlete.
Yeah.
To have a better life.
Yeah.
I think.
Nice. So you're talking about people who mentors. What kind of, you have role models?
Yeah. A couple, but not specifically one for running, one for this. There's definitely a few people in my life who have been influential at different times. Yeah. Like when I was in America for university.
Right.
I had a guy named Elliot, and I'd go to his house for dinner.
Yeah.
He was like a mentor in that sense, give me good advice.
Yeah.
Pray for me, look after me, feed me.
Yeah.
And I don't know, just offer support. And sometimes those people are really nice to have in your corner. Back home, there's been, I always look up to my parents. They've been good role models in behavior and work ethic.
Yeah.
Like my parents' work ethic is like second to none.
Yeah.
It's scary sometimes. I'm like, Mum, Dad, stop working.
Yeah, right.
And they don't. But, that's probably been one of the reasons why I can, it's 8 o'clock at night on a Friday. I'm like, I haven't done my gym session, or I haven't done my second run.
Yeah.
And Melissa goes, oh, don't worry about it. Your body will recover anyway. And I'm like, no, I have to run. And so like, obsessive about it, and I'm like, no, I must complete this because,
Yeah.
or we call it either Training Peaks, which is an app that shows all my training. Call it green box syndrome.
Right.
And when you complete your training, the box goes green.
Oh, nice.
And so I'm pretty sure I got green box syndrome because I want to tick all the trainings green. But so mum and dad have demonstrated good hard work. And so that's kind of fallen into my running in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
But so Nick Willis was another one when I was getting into running.
Yeah.
I was lucky enough to spend some time with him pre-Tokyo Olympics in Hawaii in our pre-camp.
Yeah.
And so he was just great to talk to. I was a 20-year-old going to my first Olympics. I was like, that's flipping overwhelming.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm about to, actually there was no people in the stands, but about to stand on the biggest stage I've ever stood on and represent my country for the first time at an international senior level. And so he gave me some good tips and tricks to racing. He actually gave me one tip after I raced. And I was like, Nick, that would have been really helpful if you told me 5 minutes ago, or 2 hours ago, you know? And it was actually a little secret to like keeping your space when you're in a pack of running, because the 1500's gnarly, man.
Oh, so often though we get the advice after we've done something, and that's then we're prepared to hear it, you know, because we've learnt the lesson.
Yeah, true.
The hard way. Yeah, no, let's go. Anything else that you can think of from a leadership perspective that we can sort of draw out of being an Olympian, just to finish off? Anything else that we haven't talked about? We talked about a bit of stuff, but
I think leaders make big sacrifices when they need to.
Yeah.
And that's one thing I've had to do, and I feel like I've done, not necessarily in life, like I've made a decision on the way that I want to live, and it's not necessarily the biggest, most benefiting financial decision.
Yeah.
I could be in America right now earning well over 100K US.
Yeah.
But I've chosen to live a lifestyle here where I can impact more people.
Nice.
In a community that I love, in a community that give back to me.
And that's part of that balance you're talking about? I can see that the community thing for you is important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And whereas if I was in America,
it would be about
I wouldn't
money.
have to be making so many sacrifices.
Yeah.
But I'd be less of a leader and more just a regular runner.
Yeah.
You know, and at the end of the day, like I don't want to be. There's so many things to focus. You could focus on high performance all day long.
Yeah.
But to me, high performance comes down to how I operate in the day to day.
Yeah.
But it's not who I want to be.
Yeah.
Like I want to be someone, and regardless of if I win an Olympic medal or don't, I want to be someone remembered for my personality or my charisma or someone who loves on people and cares for people and is invested in other people's lives.
I like that.
And I think good leaders are invested in other people.
Yeah.
As much as they lead people,
Yeah.
they're also there to support and be in community with people.
Yeah, I like that. Well, that is a really good thought to finish on. And I am going to wind this up because it's about to rain. We have the lights out there in the rain. Cameraman's got an umbrella, so cameraman's fine.
Happy days.
Happy days, but all the gear's about to get wet. Awesome, man. Well, thanks so much for coming on the podcast.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Pleasure to meet you.
Yeah,
and
good yarns.
Yeah, good yarns. And if you're ever in Te Puke and just looking for a coffee, mate, let's catch up.
Definitely.
Yeah,
All
cheers.
day.
Awesome.
Thanks, Mike.
All right.